Let's move now to that man, LeBron James, whose most infamous career move, the decision, happened 10 years ago today. The King took a ton of heat for years after announcing he was taking his talents to South Beach on that over-the-top TV special. But it also ushered in a new era of player empowerment that rules the NBA to this day. Ric Bucher, I'm glad you stayed around for us. But Marcellus, I'm going to start with you. Did LeBron get too much criticism for the decision?
Hell yes. And finally, I get my moment to try and cleanse this palate of all this ignorance that's been going on since that decision occurred 10 years ago. What the hell was wrong with y'all? That reaction was the most selfish act that I've seen in response to something that happened in sports. It was selfish because it was all about how you felt. Oh, how dare he keep us hostage and go up there and embarrass us as a collective city. Nobody told you to recruit him. That's what happens in recruiting. If you don't get chosen, you just got to take your lumps. It was crazy to see so many people burning the jerseys, all this ignorance going on, when you didn't even give concern to who LeBron James was. Way more selfish response than the actual act of giving $5 million to the Boys and Girls Club, sitting there in that horrible plaid shirt. This dude wanted to be recruited. This dude never was recruited. And there were industries built and people who were eating off of LeBron James's gift all the way since he picked up a basketball, all the way through high school and in his first years in the pros, and he never was recruited. And he finally wanted to just have that moment where he sat there and said, I get to choose because you guys been choosing me as the chosen one ever since I was little. And then he does something like this, and people want to give him hell for that. Y'all are selfish. So, hell yeah, he caught too much heat. Respect to you, LeBron, for doing the decision still.
He didn't. He received too much heat for the decision small caps, that he decided to go play for the Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Yes, the reaction to that was way over the top. Yeah. That's freedom of choice. He put himself in a position to be able to do it. No problem. But the criticism about the decision, the big caps, the show, the bringing the 16 being at the Boys and Girls Club.
Come on.
That?
Slick.
Jim Gray, the vitamin water cooler in the background. I'm doing it for the children. Like, what the hell was all that?
Slick.
Q rating right out the window. And by the way, for the people in Cleveland getting upset, again, it's not that he did it. It's the way that he did it. There was no heads up. There was, I could be coming back all the way to the very end. If he wanted to keep his Q rating, because I know you're going to bring that up, if he wanted to make, his Q rating was based on he was the hometown kid who was going to try to bring a championship back to his hometown team. He ultimately totally sacrificed that and went glitz and glamour down to Miami. And he played it that way. Not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. I mean, you could not have turned your back on the people of Northern Ohio in a more rude way than he did. And he didn't have to do it. He could have done everything that he did, but not done it where he was putting it in the face of Cavaliers fans and the people that thought he was a homie. I don't have a problem that he did it. The way that he did it, yes, he deserved every bit of grief that he got.
Marcellus, please.
I'm sorry. How you did that was mean. Why didn't you choose me?
I'm heartbroken.
Choose me next
Ask me why I'm heartbroken, Marcellus.
Why are you heartbroken, Archer?
Because I just lost so much love for Slick Rick. Slick, I didn't take you as a get off my lawn kind of guy. Slick, I didn't take you for a, come on, LeBron, you should be better than that. Slick, the love we share, Slick.
Yes. And you know what? I was just going to say, the longer I'm on this show, the smarter you guys get, and I might have to revise that now. This may be the worst segment we've ever had.
Slick, let me clarify something, please. LeBron at the time would have been, what, a 25-year-old man who had gone to one NBA title in 2007 against the Spurs. LeBron at the time is trying to build up his empire. LeBron isn't a 9-to-5 businessman. They can diversify his portfolio in stocks and in real estate. So how does LeBron build up his financial and his marketing empire?
Ooh.
By making things like the decision. LeBron doesn't have the luxury to navigate the stock market all by himself and try to build up his own portfolio. He has to build up his portfolio by capitalizing off his skills and his skill set. Furthermore, all LeBron did was become a trendsetter, because now in college, you got kids jumping out of airplanes talking about, I'm going to UCLA. You got kids committing by changing different hats and different T-shirts and having their mama and them walk out of the stadium.
Yes.
All LeBron did was, as a young man, become a trendsetter, Slick. Furthermore, this is why you disappointed me, Slick. This is why I'm heartbroken.
Let's hear it, brother.
Because you know better than to act as a fan. You know how fans are. You, the athlete, you owe me everything. You only exist as an athlete because I exist. So I deserve everything. LeBron don't owe nobody nothing. LeBron was out there slaving for the Cavs. Slaving. Dropping 25 if it wasn't 27 points straight against the Detroit Pistons. And still not getting chips. So how, Slick? Slick, how can you be mad at LeBron for making the decision, capital T, capital D, or lowercase? Please, Slick.
Get him.
Again, it's not a matter that he did it. It's the way that he did it. That he had a show, I don't have a problem that he had a show. That he had a show in Greenwich at the Boys and Girls Club going for this cheesy, I'm going to tug at your hearts, we're going to give $1 million. Like, it was how he did it. He could have done it in a different way where people didn't revile him for making the choice. I have no problem. And for fans who think that, I mean, number one, look, he had a variety of ways. He had a lot of things going business-wise that he was able to cultivate because he was the hometown kid from Cleveland. He was playing that innocent, hey, I'm a kid from Akron, I want to win it for my hometown team. That was a big part of his commercial success. And he threw that all away by the way he went to Miami. Now, he built it back up, but he lost something very critical there. He didn't know why people loved him. And that was it. And when he made the move to Miami, it became there was an entire image change for him. He went to Miami and he left Cleveland because he knew at that time he couldn't maintain his status without winning a championship. And he was convinced it wasn't going to happen in Cleveland. I understand that. I appreciate that. And I think fans would have understood that too. But that's not the way that he approached it, because he had the Clippers and the Nets. Keep in mind, he had 6 teams that he was toying with at that time. And a number of those had nothing to do with winning a championship.
Well, Slick, I'm making the decision to take us to break.